Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Theonopolis. So, in the last episode, we started the coaster, but as I said in the last video that I made, I don't really have the right inspiration to continue that coaster right now. Well, the coaster is mostly finished except for like the station, but I don't know what to make it. I don't want to make it a temple, but the coaster is so heavily linked to Poseidon that it's like it has to include him somehow, but yeah. So just to, give my brain some time to think, I started teaming the flat ride that was next to it, which is actually I think it's called the Rocktopus. It's a fun ride. But this is also like the first time I tried making a completely custom ride skin, I think you call it. And I tried to make it round, and well, it didn't work out that great, so yeah, enjoy my shoddy ride skin. Though I did try to team it into like a bit of a market stall by adding all the, what do you call it? Cloths? I don't know. So, yeah, I don't really know how to explain this. This is literally like, yeah, let's try this. Again, I'm a squirrel. However, in the end, I did think it looks great, and I actually got like a backstory for the ride, which is kind of like Scylla-esque, if you know who I'm talking about. But if you're not, Scylla is like the ultimate sea monster in the ancient Greek world, which I actually read the backstory about her, and it's kind of sad both ways because there are two. And in both ways, she gets fucked. Not like really fucked, but she gets cursed. Like she was a sea nymph. If you don't know what a nymph is in ancient Greek mythology, it's basically like a bit of like a personification of things in nature. So you had like nymphs of creeks, nymphs of plants and everything. And Scylla was like a nymph of something. Yeah, there were sometimes very vague ones. Like, she was a nymph, but I couldn't really find out what kind of nymph she was. She was just, yeah, she was a daughter of someone, and that made her a nymph. I don't know. But nymphs were overall really like beautiful women, and then you might be thinking like, yeah, but she's a sea monster. That's where the curse came in. I'm going to go with like one story where a sea god who actually wasn't Poseidon, so kudos to him for not fucking up this woman. But a sea god or thingy, like, is it really a god or is it not? I think it's a god. Name, not going to even try because, like, I think I already fucked up the way I say nymph, so. But a sea god fell in love with Scylla. She didn't like it, but then this god was also like the object of affection for the goddess Circe. The goddess of magic, or like the daughter of Hecate, who was really the goddess of magic, but she was like, Circe was like the minor goddess of magic, I think. And to further along the story, Circe basically poisoned the water that Scylla would bathe in, which turned her into a monster with like tails with dog heads on the end, or just gruesome heads on the end, and then she would, well, the story says that she was like located at the Strait of Messina, which is between Sicily and Italy, and that she would just grab sailors off their boats to eat them. So you have this beautiful woman who is basically fucked by a god and goddess, and turns into an awful monster. So just to like emphasize that she was like tentacly and everything, I just put the snakes upside down, or just sunk them into the ground so that you can only see their tails, and then made it look like the right is just the head of Scylla, and then her tentacles actually go beneath the ground and everything. And actually I made one tentacle hold a corpse, just to like show that the story behind this was that she would grab sailors off their ships if they got too close to her, because she was located at one end of the strait, and then another monster would be at the other end. So if you sailed or you tried to evade one monster, you got too close to the other, and yeah. What was the saying for that? Like between Scylla and Charybdis. I love Greek mythology, but like I keep thinking I pronounce everything wrong. But like Charybdis was like a whirlpool came to life, and Scylla was snake monster. So I just try to mimic that and make it into some kind of right skin. And I think it worked. I might go back to it, but it's also like it works with the coaster, which is like destruction and everything by Poseidon, and here it's destruction by Scylla. So in a way it works. Also, the ride at first was really just to draw people in there to make use of that space, because I had some space left over, and I was just like, I want people to come in here, but nah. But to quickly get back into the video, you might be wondering why I'm building an Asian, Japanese, Chinese themed building. And the reason behind that is actually because, of course, this wouldn't really fit in a Greek park, because it's not Greek. But because this place or this part of the park is like the Agora in the harbor area, and I'm not taking myself too strictly upon like realism anymore, I really thought like this is the place where I can like experiment with styles the most, because traders from far off countries would be settling in the Agora mostly, unless they got like really wealthy, and then I don't think they would remain there, but in the beginning they would be in the Agora, and these foreign traders would obviously bring their own culture, their own building styles, and so I really like the idea of the Agora that's just like this cultural melting pot of every culture. Like I am off camera, I'm already thinking like I can build like a more, Central African building, a more Arabian building, even maybe Roman is a bit too close, and Germanic is a bit, it's a bit too much wood that might get mistaken for like a poor building. Well, we'll see. It's just that the Agora is a cultural melting pot, and by building this building I really want to emphasize that everybody who is a bit from like far away usually stays in this area. And I think we can like not look at this part of the video because my awful attempt at making custom again I lost the word. Custom railings, fences, yes. Again, I'm really bad at making like round things, and this path was round-ish. And in the end, I was just like, yeah, I'm going to watch a Silverhead video before I try to redo this. I can't watch it myself almost. But to give you an idea of what I was going to do with this part, I really wanted to make it look like a small market, because the Agora mainly was like a marketplace, was really heavily into trading, so I wanted that to be really emphasized. My squirrel brain is not working with me today. And well, to quickly go back into what I was saying, I wanted to emphasize the trading aspect of this part of the park, and that obviously means a lot of shops, a lot of, you know, markets, just a lot of places where you could buy, sell, and make goods. And that's literally all I did. I do have to immediately say there are, if I ever will like release this park on the workshop, I will try and like include all the, not the custom pieces, the Team Maker Toolkits pieces, because there aren't a lot of them, but they are certainly there. Also like a lot of images and everything, because yeah, I don't want to make like custom carpets, so I just look up carpets on the internet. But that draws to a close what I wanted to talk about, what you see in this video. And I quickly want to say that me building that like off-brand eco Starbucks actually helped me a lot. I have a lot of ideas now, and the only thing that this is like a slight tease, but I am working on something in the background, and I can't show you it because it's in a new part of the park and we haven't even finished this one. So it just involves a certain dangerous, beautiful lady. I'm going to leave that at that. But to also give you like a quick thing about what I still plan to build, besides like connecting the parts that are still already there and finishing up like the Agora and the harbor and everything, I have decided that there will be at least a slum part and the palace district. And I think after the Agora, the palace district will be next, and it's going to be on the eastern side of the Acropolis. So yeah, until like I get all the things together, it looks like 3 different parks. But anyway, that's all I had to say for this time, and the video is also drawing to a close. Hope you had an amazing day. If you liked the video, a like and subscribe is always appreciated. I'll leave any questions you might have down in the comments below, and I'll see you Thursday. Bye bye.